it is hot today. Hey guys, I hope that you're really well. Quick disclaimer, I'm really sorry about the lighting today. I've got my window by the side of me as always, and it's just like very bright. The lighting might be going a bit crazy today, so I hope you can forgive me on the awful video quality. In today's video, I wanted to introduce you to someone that is new to our family. Obviously on this channel, I vlog every now and again, and I thought it would be a good opportunity to. So as long as I can find him, I would like to introduce you to Theo. Hi, hon. Say hello to all the people on YouTube. I think he's falling asleep in my hand. I'll let him currently have a sniff around the place because he hasn't really been in the studio yet. So whilst he's doing that, I will get into it a little bit more. So Theo is our brand new puppy, and obviously I'm really excited to have him. Depending on how long you followed me for, I have been obsessed with / have wanted a miniature Dachshund for as long as I can remember. So yes, Theo is a miniature Dachshund. He's long haired. I've just always liked the name Theo. I've always just imagined that if I had a miniature Dachshund, he would be called Theo. So we just stuck with the name. Matt seemed to like it as well, and we just went with it. I've moved back a bit so you can see him a little bit better. I don't know if you can still see him here. I find that in his photos, he does look a little bit different to what he looks like in real life. I don't know. Sometimes I look at him and I think he's got a little bit of a lopsided face, but I think it's just because he's grinning and having a little great time. I've had a lot of comments even from the breeder about how he matches my hair, because obviously I'm really dark with my roots on top and then I've got my balayage. I think we make a good team. Theo is currently 8 weeks and Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 4 days old. Yes, I had to count that. We took him home on the 12th of May and he was exactly 8 weeks. So his birthday is the 17th of March. Put it all in your diaries because I expect Theo birthday cards and I'm gonna host a Theo party. He's actually been really well behaved so far. He's met about 13 people and he just loves meeting everyone. He's not scared at all, which is good. We didn't want him to grow up a really scared pup, so we are trying to introduce him to loads of people. We don't want him to grow up scared. That's something we really don't want. And I also really don't want him to grow up barking all the time. Obviously I do a lot of recording and you know, he's gonna grow up getting used to those sounds. So I'm just hoping that he's not a really anxious pup that doesn't like anything different. In regards to getting Theo, there is a little bit of a story because originally we weren't actually allowed pets at the property, and if you've seen my Dachshund vlog, you'll probably understand what I'm talking about. So at the moment we're in a rented property. For those of you who don't know, I'm originally from London, hence the accent, and Matt is from the Midlands, and we both moved out here close to his hometown and we went off property in Nottinghamshire. So long story short, our tenancy agreement, as are 99% of all rentings anywhere really, you're not allowed pets and they don't want to consider pets. So in our contract it states that we're not allowed pets, and there are basically no exceptions to it, and that's that. About a year ago I asked someone at our letting agency if we were allowed pets and if she could double check, and she came back pretty quickly the next day basically saying that our contract didn't allow pets, and that was that. About a month after that she came over our house to do an inspection and she just mentioned that she knew the landlord and she knew the landlord would say no, therefore she didn't ask, but she knew that the answer was going to be no. So I was like, okay, no worries, understandable. Over the last year or so, I guess I've just really wanted that feeling of having a dog again. I've always wanted one, never been able to get one because I used to live at my parents' house obviously, and I was just determined to at least find out if my landlord really wanted to say no. I at first wanted to go directly to the landlord because we're in something which is called like a fully managed contract, so we couldn't speak to her directly, but I kind of didn't want to create a big fuss. Like, you know, my question was, hey, can I have a dog? I really like dogs, and that was kind of it. But the guy that I spoke to really wanted to help, and so eventually I caved and I explained that I just really wanted to ask if we were allowed a cute little pupper. That's it. So at first I was waiting like 2 weeks, and then it turns out that he had kind of been out of the office / had forgotten to tell me. So I spent like 2 weeks literally stressing out, not doing any work, being so anxious over this. I don't even know why I was that stressed, but I was just so stressed out. I think it's because I've been thinking about it for a really long time. I've done a lot of research and planning into it, and the only thing that was stopping me from having a dog was literally being in a property that didn't allow pets. I spent like a good 2 weeks thinking, oh my God, we're gonna get our hopes up just to like have them let down again. I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit of a stressful mess at this time. Anyway, we eventually got a yes, which seemed like a really simple, straightforward yes from the estate agent, and to me it was like all of this like 3-week panic just over. I was so relieved. I actually cried on the phone. I've never cried happy tears in my life, I don't think. And the search went on to find Theo. Luckily enough for me, going to the Dashin Cafe was like perfect timing. Everything happens for a reason. Who knew? He is definitely having a full-on snooze down by my feet. That's pretty much all we have at the moment. Obviously, he's only been home since Saturday, so he's literally been here for like 4 days. He hasn't even been here a week yet. And all of the vlogs that I do will probably now include Theo. He'll be in the corner running around, or there'll be little parts of him in each vlog, I'm sure. I also succumbed to internet pressure and I did make him an Instagram. I'll put his username in the video. I'm just going to show you a bunch of the stuff that I had to get for him, because who knew that dog accessories are so cute? It's like buying stationery. Once you buy one thing, that's it, game over. Firstly, I want to show you this really cute collar, which unfortunately, like all of his collars, are currently way too big for him. Even extra small doesn't fit him, but I've realized in puppy terms that's pretty standard. So these are from a company called Hyro and Wolf, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, who actually very kindly gifted these for me once they heard that Theo was going to be a new arrival in the house, and I got to pick them. I went onto their website and they've got this brand new totem range, and I just think it's so lovely. I just thought that it was really nice, bluey, for summer. It's got little bits of pink in there as well, and it's just really, really cute. This collection is actually trimmed with leather, and they're also made in the UK, which is amazing because I found that loads of dog accessories companies that I found on Instagram, they're all so lovely, but a lot of them are based in America and Australia. I just found it really hard to find UK based companies. I'm excited to take him out on a walk with this. I'm excited to take him out in general, to be honest with you, because at the moment he obviously can't come anywhere with us, so waiting on those vaccinations to be done. The next package that I have was a surprise package from a company called the Devil's Club. Again, I can't fit anything into him because he's just so small at the moment. I think actually this t-shirt does fit, but this is the cutest little look at it compared to my face. How ridiculous is that? It's a cute little striped t-shirt that he could wear. Look at the little arms. It's just so ridiculous. I love it. I also actually really like this, and I really can't wait for him to grow into it. This is a harness for the little guy, and I really like the design this way, but then it also flips inside out, and you've got eggs and bacon, my friends. Eggs and bacon on a harness. What more could you want? The Devil's Club, again, are UK based. They sent these over when they heard that Theo was coming, and they're actually a really cool company. The guy that runs the Devil's Club is a really, really nice guy. So we've been talking, and hopefully we're going to create a bunch of cool content, mainly around Theo growing up, but hopefully we'll get some kind of cool content ideas flowing. So make sure to check out their Instagram and stuff when that all goes live. Of course, we bought him a bunch of toys. I'm actually really excited to go to our local pet store when he's allowed to walk and allowed to be on the floor, and I just kind of want to plunk him by all the toys, and I just want to go, do you know what, pick your own toy, because obviously we've picked all of these for him, but I feel like it would be really nice for him to choose what he wants. This is going to be his standard plain lead, which I'm actually really excited for him to be able to fit on, because we do obviously have his little name tag now, which I had no idea, but they're actually now a legal requirement in the UK. I mean, I guess that's like common sense, but you also have to legally have your house number and your address on the tag, which again makes sense, but they're microchip. I'll just show you this because it's so cute. It's just a standard leather collar, but I just think this is the cutest thing because we got his little name engraved. There you go. Being in the Dashin group before actually having him was actually really, really helpful, because it also gave me loads of like tips and tricks on things just to look out for when he gets here. So for example, I went to my local B&M and they have these things which are called like a cooling toy. So what you can do is on days that it's super, super hot, you put it in the freezer, and then he can basically just like, you know, lick it. It's not squeaky or anything. It's literally just so that it can absorb the water and then he doesn't overheat, which is something I'm actually really scared of because it's so easy to underestimate their temperature. I picked up something which is called like a pet cooling mat, which again, people in the group were saying to buy. It was literally like £4, and apparently you just put it on the floor. I don't even know how it works, but apparently you just put it on the floor when it's hot. You don't need any water, you don't need any electricity, but it cools them down somehow. So for £5, sure, I'll try it. This is something that I actually picked up from Etsy. I'll have to bring it closer because the light is making it look like you can't really see anything. It's pretty much just a custom Kilner jar that's been painted, and I've obviously got Theo's treats written on it. I didn't consult Matt before buying this. Luckily, he thinks it's really cute. I just thought it would be nice to actually have somewhere to put all of his treats all together rather than having just like loads of bags everywhere. And I'm a bit of like an organisation freak / neat freak, and I really like the kitchen to be clean. And everyone that's seen it so far thinks it's really cute, and I think it's really cute too. Okay, I'm gonna have to show you quickly what he's managed to do. Who is on the floor trying to get this off his head because he's managed to get himself in an issue. You're meant to make me look good here, Theo. Whilst I try and get that off him, I've always wanted a dash ramp as well. So a dash ramp is basically just a ramp that allows for Dachshunds to walk up and down off places like the sofa or their bed or wherever it might be without hurting their backs. You're so silly, aren't you? You're just so silly. You're just so silly. Oh, thank you. Because Dachshunds have such a long body, if they continue to jump off of things, it basically damages their back. I assume it's something to do with the pressure when they jump from things. So I've always known that if I was going to get one, I would buy a ramp. However, when I went to go and buy the ramp, I found out that they're like £80, I think that's like. I thought, right, okay, this is literally a ramp. And I asked my dad, and I'll insert a clip, but my dad wanted to make one straight away, which was so awesome. And he's made one for Theo, and it is so cool. Like, it's got 3 different levels, so we can change it to go higher or lower. And this little guy has picked it up in the space of, I think by the 2nd day, he was going up and down on his own. So I left the room to go and work for a bit, and I thought I'll put my phone on a time lapse and see how he's getting on. And he was just using it on his own, and now he just like runs up and down. If he wants to go and greet us on the sofa, he will use the ramp on his own, and it's so good. And you're so clever. He's just so clever. I do also have a booster seat, which I realise now that I've left in the car from when we went to the vets on Monday. However, I do have something equally as cute. Oh, and this is also his cat harness. So at the moment, like I said, he doesn't fit in anything, but things like his booster seat for the car, and when we take him out and around, they've got a little clip inside, which basically stops him from jumping out and going crazy and running around everywhere, because he can't do that in case of infections or whatever. But at the moment, no collars fit him. So when we tried to put his original collar on, he kept basically getting his hand stuck through his collar. So we went to Pets at Home and we picked up this cat collar. Now this has been fit since I went to go see him last time. This is literally how big his little body is. It's so tiny, and that's even too loose on him. Last but not least, we have the cutest thing to exist, and it's just so ridiculous because he's so small and this is so big, but it's a necessity, we have to use it. And it's basically this really cute bag here, and it's got a little hole so that he can sit there and he just plonks his little head out. It's just really a way that he can socialise before he's actually allowed to socialise and meet other dogs and go for walks and like sniff them and hang out with dog friends, basically. So that's basically going to be it for this video. I really hope I didn't bore you. Everyone loves meeting a cute little dog, don't they, Theo? Yes, they do. So I'm going to head off now. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm sure Theo would love to meet everybody. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if there's anything you guys would like to see as he grows up. He will probably be in all of the vlogs, and I'll be putting a vlog up either this week or next week of the day that we brought him home. So you can watch that if you want to see when that was. And that's pretty much it. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.